Hi, everybody. Good Tuesday evening to you, and welcome to Tuesday Night Volleyball on VypeFortBend.com. I'm Roger Smith, and tonight we are in Mo City, that is to say Missouri City, to see the battle of Elkins against Ridge Point, two close neighbors who are always rivals, no matter what the sport is. Volleyball has Ridge Point leading District 26A with a record of 12-0 in their district matches and 33-6 overall. We'll be back to bring you the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to First Serve show here on VypeFortBend.com, and our coverage is brought to you by Archer Volkswagen, Next Level Urgent Care, Xfinity, Needville Insurance, First Tire and Automotive, and our coverage is presented by the Volleyball School, now with a second location, and it is on Belfort in Richmond, in addition to the one they have in Katy. And we want to just thank Domingo Martinez and congratulate them on their new location in Richmond. And we really appreciate their support, and we hope that their support will continue all the way through the first Saturday, or the Saturday before Thanksgiving, when they're going to play state championship volleyball matches. If that is the case, then they will help us get there. Roger Smith with you. It's Ridge Point and Elkins. Coming up next, Lauren Bailey, the head coach of the Ridge Point Panthers.
There's a new school close to you, and it will make you a better volleyball player. It's the Volleyball School, not just in Katy now. They're open in Aliana and West Belfort. Now Fort Bend volleyball players can raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and compete with the strongest club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the Volleyball School makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
Welcome, everybody, to the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to First Serve show. And Ridge Point has taken the very short trip over here to Elkins to take on the Knights. It's always a good rivalry, no matter what sport you're playing. And to some extent, you throw out the records, you throw out the trends, because both of these teams want to win this one so badly. Coach Lauren Bailey of the Panthers, is there any manifestation of the very strong rivalry that you have seen in your time at Ridge Point?
Well, what I love about our district is that everybody shows up ready to compete. Obviously, everybody really hypes up our matches against George Ranch all the time, and that always is a great match. But really, I mean, Elkins beat us in 4 when they came to us a couple weeks ago. So I mean, it's just always nice that, no matter what, everyone's still going to give you everything they got, and they make us work on things that, other teams don't, and, some are faster paced, and some make us, stay on our toes. So I think it's just always nice to come out and play people who want to beat us because it makes us better.
There's no question about it. I just love rivalries at any level. They're absolutely wonderful. But let's talk about something that I haven't really mentioned. I don't talk too much about players' commitments to go to college because sometimes those commitments change. They might change their mind. But from what I understand, Sydney Jordan is headed for the Pac-12. Am I correct?
Yes, yeah, she is going to the University of Colorado, and her entire family is from there. Mom's side, dad's side, they're all still there. Really, her and her mom and her dad and her brother are the only people in Texas. Everyone is still in Colorado, so it was almost like an easy decision for her in the sense of it's always felt like a second home to her. So she's excited for that. And then we have Arissa. I didn't know if you were going to ask about her.
Yes, tell me all about Arissa's plans.
Yeah, she's going to Mississippi State. I'm super excited for her to go there. Mississippi was kind of my second home because I played in Mississippi and got my master's degree and all of that from there. So I'm very familiar with Starkville and going to, Bulldog football games and all of that. So I think that she's going to have a blast, and I think she's going to be a great addition to that team. And we're super excited for her as well.
So anytime you're coaching volleyball, I don't know if maybe you get so much into the strategy of the match as you're watching, but is there any part of you that just kind of your heart slides up to where it's in your throat when your girls make that big dive? You just never know what could happen. Injuries are a part of sports. It's a hard floor out there, but I believe your team's health is about as 100% as you could hope for. Am I right? And do you ever worry about that?
Yeah, no, to answer your question, I think we are all pretty healthy. Knock on wood, we haven't really gotten hit with the injury bug during season since I got here, and that's just by pure luck. Most of the injuries that happen are during the club season, so they sit out for spring more than they do actual season. And as far as getting hurt, I mean, girls could land on their ankle wrong and twist their knee, and it could just be a dreadful situation. And so you can't think like that. You just have to hope that everyone stays safe and those diving plays that we do make end up in our favor and no one gets hurt in the process and we win the point. That's always what we want from that. But no, I never really think about what ifs. I never really think about if we're down, we're going to lose this set. I mean, this team is just full of just tenacious, fighting, not going to give up team. And so that's what I always have to pull out of my brain if we're ever in a situation like that.
By the way, thank you for answering the question, and I kind of regret asking it because generally I'm not a worrier. I just kind of like to go inside people's minds, and I've interviewed you so many times I don't want to keep asking you the same questions. The great musical poet Tom Petty, who died almost 5 years ago to the day, once sang in a song you wouldn't know. He said, "As sure as night will follow day, most things I worry about never happen anyway."
Yeah, no, exactly. Gosh, that's funny. I don't ever think about like an injury ever. I mean, I know that they happen, and our girls, they jam fingers all the time going up to block, and it hits the pinky just right or it hits the thumb just right, and they come off and they kind of pull it and shake it and do all these things. But yeah, no serious injury bugs, and it's not something I let kind of get in the way or anything.
Usually I only talk to you. Does this one have anything to say? Her kids are out here and they're so quiet, but we wouldn't care if they're not quiet. I love the sound of children. I really do, unless it's at 2 a.m. and I don't really worry about that.
Exactly.
Unless they're coming in the front door, and then if it's 2 a.m., that's a problem.
Yeah, no, they're 3 and 1.5, and they are just full of energy, and the 1.5-year-old is just full of screeches, just that high pitch, just ear-banging screech. But yeah, mama duty, mama first. I had to bring him here tonight because the spouse is gone. So it is what it is. Double duty tonight.
Okay, well, I didn't mean to take up so much of your time, but I just like to learn more about what's going on inside coaches' minds. Thanks for being with us, and good luck tonight against Elkins.
Thank you. Anytime. I love talking to you.
We'll be back with Coach Lakiva Basin when we return on the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to First Serve show.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Long Meadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
Hey Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity Gateway.
Hey, Fort Bend County fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance Agency.
Bradley is my insurance man. He can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year on your car insurance, home insurance, or flood insurance, or all three like he did for me. And Bradley, you are as Fort Bend County as they come, right?
That's right, 4th generation here in the Needville area in Fort Bend County, taking care of folks over here for over 100 years here in Fort Bend County.
You can give him a call, you can go online, or he'll even come see you at the Needville Insurance Agency. Give him the number, Bradley.
979-793-7411.
Hey Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity Gateway.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to First Serve show. Tuesday night volleyball has Elkins hosting Ridgepoint tonight, and Coach Lakiva Basin of the Lady Knights is ready to take on the Ridgepoint team that hasn't lost a district match yet. And I'm sure you get to see a lot of them. What are some of the things that you can possibly exploit? And don't worry, Coach Bailey won't hear this before the match starts.
Well, we're hoping to slow down their outside hitter, number 7. She's pretty powerful, going to Pac-12, and we're hoping to execute on when we get an opportunity to get a free ball, we're hoping to score and make the biggest play possible off of those plays.
All right. Well, by the way, this is just kind of an inside baseball or inside volleyball thing. I really appreciate you giving me pronouncers for all of your players. So if I say it wrong, it's on me.
Okay.
And that's great because anybody who works hard enough to play at the varsity level deserves to have their name said correctly. Now, who are the players that for your squad have to have a good night tonight if you're going to have a shot at taking down Ridge Point, which I guess it's been since mid-September since they lost a game?
Yeah. My pins are big role players. Number 14, Elena Wilson. She commonly leads us in kills. My right side, Opie, a lot of teammates. She's number 11. She's a sophomore for us, but she's pretty big blocker, and offensively, she's a big threat for us. And offensively, my other pin, Brianna Massino, number 5. She's a 6th rotation kid, and we can minimize her errors and have those other 2 pins take care of the ball. Then, we have a very fair shot.
All right, so let's talk about what it's like when Elkins plays Ridge Point in anything. I realize that the high schoolers right now, it may not mean that much to them unless older siblings have told them about this, or maybe parents, but there was a time when you had households where there was an older Elkins student and in the same house a younger Ridge Point student. Can you just imagine what that would have been like and how it sometimes carries over with people that are still around?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is my 3rd season here, and we have dealt a lot with already being beat in our minds before we've ever gotten beat on the court. This last week, we have been doing a lot of reading. We're reading a book to work on our mental toughness, and we're working with our subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind tells us we can do something when we have been telling our subconscious mind for so long that we can't. And so we've been retraining our subconscious mind to believe that we can. And if we can put it in our brains, then hopefully our bodies will match up with our brains.
I really like that, and I don't know if you know Sydney Zimmerman, used to be Sydney Gocher. She's the head coach of Fulshire Volleyball, and she always has her girls doing some kind of written exercise, maybe writing out some of their thoughts. And there's also this thing where she has a grid of 100 numbers, but they're not in order, and you have to get to 1 and go up to 100. Just something to focus the mind, and I know that's the kind of thing that you're talking about, and there's a lot of different ways you can do it. So I think that kind of stuff is fascinating.
Well, thank you. My girls have really bought in, and right now we've been spending probably more time in this book than we have on the court, because I truly believe that if we can get our minds to match our physical ability, the sky is the limit. And it's not going to happen overnight, because Elkins has been losing to Ridge Point for a long time. And so we're hoping that if we can start to get better now, it'll roll over into next season for us.
Also, you want to get in one of those top 4 spots if you possibly can, get into the playoff tournament. Once you get there, you never know what's going to happen. We really appreciate you joining us on our Countdown to First Serve show. Anything else you want to say before we get this one underway?
No, thank you for coming. I didn't tell my girls because I didn't want them to get distracted, but we're honored. I know they're always excited to have an opportunity, because Elkins doesn't get opportunities because we're not always at the top of everything. So thank you for coming, and thank you for being a part of this today. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. We want to be friends with you before you get successful, so you won't, like it is, a guy wins the lottery and all of a sudden his friends start coming in that he hasn't seen in 20 years.
Well, it's coming, so you're in the right place at the right time.
I'm on the cutting edge. This is VypeFortBend.com. Thank you, Coach Basin. This has been the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to First Serve show, and we'll be right back.
There's a new school close to you, and it will make you a better volleyball player. It's the Volleyball School, not just in Katy now. They're open in Aliana and West Belford. Now Fort Bend volleyball players can raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and compete with the strongest club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the Volleyball School makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
All right, everybody, welcome back inside the gym at Elkins, where we're just about ready to do battle. The Ridge Point girls are going to be in the near court as we describe this first part of the match for you. Ridge Point wearing the purple jersey tops with the white letters and numerals and the black shorts, and the home team, the Elkins Knights, wearing the royal blue shorts white jersey tops with the royal blue sleeves, royal blue numbers trimmed in Las Vegas gold. Those are their two official colors, royal blue and Las Vegas gold. The Knights come into this game with a District 26A record of 3-8, so they're looking to slay the Giant here. Ridgepoint at 12-0 in their District 26A matches and 33-6 overall, and they are 2 full games ahead of the Travis Tigers, who are at 10-2. Travis's 2 losses have been 1 to Ridgepoint and 1 to the Austin Bulldogs. George Ranch is at 8-4. So is Austin, by the way. So if the season ended right now, it's Ridgepoint, Travis, George Ranch, and Austin as the playoff qualifiers. On the floor for the Ridgepoint Panthers, Carrington Cook, Arissa Smith, Sydney Jordan, Kennedy Rogers, Emeli Magatutia, and Ava Thornquist. And it'll be the Knights serving first. And I've been placed behind a pole where I can't see who's serving at certain moments. But this time I will be able to tell you that it's Emeli Muagatutia serving for your Ridgepoint Panthers. And if she, of course, since her name is so hard to say, she's known as the Meli Mua. And it's a happy crowd because they all know that Jordan Alvarez hit a 3-run walk-off bomb to beat Seattle 8-7 in Game 1, and we are underway. Kennedy Rogers puts one away on an overset by the Elkins Knights after that serve by Muanga Tutia. 1-0, Ridgepoint on top. Muanga Tutia has an average of 0.6 of 1 ace per set, so that's 2 or 3 per match. Ava Thornquist digs one out for Ridgepoint. Big swing, actually a little tap by Kennedy Rogers. A battle at the net won by Ridgepoint, and they're up 2-0. The service run of Muaga Tutia continues. She spins it and lets it fly. A little bit of top spin deep into the court, and now Elkins returning it. They get the big swing from Elena Wilson. Now it's back on the Elkins side, and a spike attempt goes long. Opie Alatimi. And I can only blame myself because Lakiva Basin, head coach of Elkins, gave me a pronunciation guide, and it's a pretty good one. I just didn't execute that one properly. 3-0 Ridgepoint. And now the big swing, and it's a winner for Elkins off of Hannah Lewis. Big swing by the right-hander from the offensive left. She went almost parallel to the net, and she got a great downward angle on that one to make it 3-1. Elkins now gets the serve for the first time. Going back to the baseline after coming off the bench, it's Mackenzie Williams from the middle. And she serves one out of bounds. Right over here by me, but I can't get out of my chair. Kennedy Rogers now gets the volleyball, and she will serve for Ridgepoint, which leads 4-1 in this first game. Rogers sends it with no spin, deep to the middle. Libero Samaj Cox brings it up. And there's a little tap over by Arissa Smith. Now it's on the Ridgepoint side again. Muaga Tutia setting up Carrington Cook off fingertips at the net. Elkins goes back to retrieve it. They will have a chance to get it over, and they do. But Muaga Tutia sends it to Thornquist now. Sydney Jordan with a running one-hander, can't get it down. Now a big swing. Kennedy Rogers digs one out. Jordan with a big spank, and down it goes for Ridgepoint. 5-1, the Panthers lead it. So Ridgepoint, in its last 4 matches, has not dropped a set, or has not dropped a game, if you will. Clements took a game off them back on September the 13th, and have had 8 straight wins in 17 of their last 18. Kennedy Rogers serves again, sends it deep. Now another big swing by Elkins, and they can't get it down with Brianna Massino. And now it is Carrington Cook. She has her spike attempt dug out by Elkins. Now a tap over by Cox. Now it's Massino. Now Kennedy Rogers for Ridgepoint. Now it's on the Elkins side. A little tap deep into the backcourt. And there's a big swing. Arissa Smith puts it away. The Mississippi State commit. Did I say Mississippi? I don't know. It gets so loud in here at times that you really can't hear yourself think or speak. Mississippi State, that's Arissa Smith's college commitment. Samaj Cox digs it out for Elkins on the Ridge Point serve. Panthers leading at 6-1. Carrington Cook in the middle, taps it over, and then a two-hand tap down by Arissa Smith. And it is now 7-1. Ridge Point on top. Kennedy Rogers will continue serving. Josie Condry is not going to play tonight for Ridge Point. When I get a chance, I will tell you why. 7-1 the score. A lot of top spin on that Kennedy Rogers serve, but Elkins attacking back, and they get a winner. I'm sorry, I was a little distracted because I was trying to chase the ball. That was Opie Alatatimi. And that gets the Knights within 7-2. And they are serving with Amari Newton. Sends it deep. Thornquist now Muanga Tatia and Arissa Smith. 1, 2, 3. And down goes the point for the Panthers, and they lead at 8-2. Arissa Smith now moves to the baseline and will serve. Thornquist comes out. And the player that came in for her is Cameron Coleman, number 10. Arissa Smith serves. Bumped up by Elkins. The Knights on the attack. They get the swing from Brianna Messino, and a whistle and a violation on Ridge Point. And it's a point to Elkins. They get within 8-3. Their server is Kennedy Walker. Now Ridge Point attacking. Carrington Cook down the line, but it's a point for Elkins because on her swing, Carrington hit the top of the net. On the follow through. Kennedy Walker will serve again for Elkins, and she slices it off to the right. Ridge Point's spike attempt is off the ceiling and ends up on the floor on the Ridge Point side, so a point to the Knights. And the scoreboard, I believe, is wrong. It says the Knights are up 8-4, and I don't think that's the case. Thornquist digs out the serve. Sydney Jordan over to Carrington Cook, and her spike is a winner off the fingertips of Lena Johnson. Now they fix the scoreboard. It says 9-5, Ridge Point over the Knights. And the Panthers serving. Lauren Battle off the bench will serve. The officials say go ahead, and here we go. Battle sends it deep to the middle, bumped up by Samaj Cox. Now here's the attack by Elkins. Messino can't get the spike down. Sydney Jordan swings away. Nice dig attempt. Elkins keeps it alive, and they get it over with Samaj Cox, but it's long. Oh, that was an amazing point that didn't yield any rewards for Elkins, but a great job of controlling that spike that came in so hot. Lauren Battle serves again for the Panthers, who lead 10-5. There's the left-handed swing of Jasmine Hyman. She gets it in, but it ends up a swing and a score for Aaliyah Smith. Aaliyah and Arissa are the sisters. 11-5, Ridge Point leads. We're in the first game of a best of 5. Lauren Battle's serve goes deep. It is bumped up by Elkins. And now a tap over by Lena Johnson, but Ridge Point is there with the defense. And now another swing by Aaliyah, and it's off fingertips at the net. Point to the Panthers as it flies off the defense and beyond the boundary over into the Elkins bench. 12-5 is our score. It's a 7-point game, and that is the biggest lead that the Panthers have had. Lauren Battle leaps into the air just a little bit. Her serve ticks the top of the tape. Now it's on the Ridge Point side. Battle sets it up for Coleman, who taps it over. Sometimes you need a little finesse. Sometimes you need a lot. Timeout Elkins. It's 13-5, and we'll return on VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New gigabit extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
Elkins comes back out onto the floor last after that timeout. Lakiva Basin, their head coach, trying to figure out some strategies to stay in this game one. Lauren Battle continues serving for the Ridge Point Panthers. Now here comes the Elkins attack. The left-handed swinger of Jasmine Hyman. It's over on the Ridge Point side, and Aaliyah Smith with another winner off the block attempt by Elkins. Lena Johnson and Brianna Massino both got hands on it, but it flew out of bounds. 14-5, Ridge Point on top. Lauren Battle spins the ball and fires it and into the net. Unforced error and a point to the Knights make it 14-6. So Josie Condry, who normally splits the duties of playing the role of libero, the primary setter, with Ava Thornquist. Josie's not going to play tonight. She has a migraine and she was wearing shades earlier. You know, sometimes if you have that, any bright light in your eyes can be kind of an irritant when you're having that pain in your head. And we wish Josie the very best. And she looked kind of like Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, Ronnie Millsap. Take your pick. Sydney Jordan got a spike to go down, and she serves, and the serve is no good. It's long. So the score is now 16-6, I believe. No, 15-7 is the score. Samaj Cox serves for Elkins. It's over on the Ridge Point side, and a big bang down spike by Kennedy Rogers. That came in with a lot of hot sauce on it. And it's 16-7, the lead is back up to 9. Now Ava Thornquist serves with her feet on the floor. A little bit of a knuckleball to the back edge. And now there's a try by Hyman. She cannot get it over. It ends up being a point to the Panthers as when they blocked it back into the face of Jasmine Hyman. There were 4 hits on the Elkins side, and it's now 17-7. Thornquist serves again. Sinker ball action on the serve. And now a swing by Elena Wilson. She tries to get it, but she fires it out. And it's 18-7, point to the Panthers. They're up by 11 and trying to close in on a quick Game 1 win. Thornquist to serve, there it goes. Top spin on it, Samaj Cox digs it out. Now there is the swing by Lena Wilson, cannot get it down. Now Aaliyah Smith attacks for Ridge Point, but what a beautiful winning block by Elkins' Amari Newton. And that gets her team back within 10, it is 18-8. It's Kennedy Walker serving for the Knights, kind of off the side of her hand, but it's an effective serve. And now Kennedy Rogers fires away, fired for the corner, but it's out. So Ridge Point is applauding. I think there was some kind of violation that resulted in Ridge Point getting the point. So it's 19-8. I'm not sure what the call was. The shot appeared to be out. Luanga Tutia serves. Elkins gonna bring it back. There is the big swing. Opie Alatatimi fires it wide, or did she get the winner? Yes, she got the winner. 19-9, so the lead has gone from 11-10 to 11-10, kind of on a rhythm. Now Mackenzie Williams will serve from the middle of the baseline, and she flies it. It's a little bit of a screwball. Kennedy Rogers can only bump it over. Samaj Cox sets it up. Now a back set and a big swing and a winner for Opie Aladatimi. 19-10, which was the score of the Houston Texans' first ever regular season game where they defeated the Cowboys. 19-10 was that score, and 20 years later, I'm kind of waiting for something other really memorable thing to happen. All right, Sydney Jordan spikes for Ridgepoint, but Elkins is there with the defense. And now Williams way back over her head, sends it to the Ridgepoint side, and Arissa Smith is blocked at the net, but it gets over and gets down on the Elkins side. Point to the Panthers, and they lead it 20-10. Kennedy Rogers will serve. She likes to work from the right corner as she fires away. Samaj Cox, the libero for Elkins, giving some instructions, and that was a hot smash! Sinker ball spiked inside the baseline. A beauty of a clean winner for Kennedy Rogers. It's now 21-10. Let's see if she can duplicate that. She throws it way up in the air and fires it, and it comes in hot. And it's a winner for Ridgepoint. A couple of hits on the Elkins side, but when they returned it, it went under the net. And I may not be a smart man, but I know that's not legal. So it's 22-10. How high will she throw it this time? Looks like about 15 feet. She fires it. Samaj Cox goes down, but she does return it. And there's a winner on the return for Elkins. Opie Aladatimi swung and got it between the break of the block attempt of Sydney Jordan and one of her teammates. I was a little obscured. So that gets Elkins within 22-11. And now they serve. Mwanga Tutia setting up Jordan. She is blocked at the net, but it flies out of bounds after it goes off Knight hands. And that makes it 23-11. Ridgepoint 2 points away from a victory in this first game. Roger Smith with you on VypeFortBend.com. Arissa Smith to serve. She stands way back behind the baseline before she runs up, leaps and fires it, sends it deep. Samaj Cox bumps it up. Now there is the swing by Aladatimi, but she is blocked. Cameron Coleman is right there with the quick tap down, and it's possible that Carrington Cook got a hold of that one. So it's 24-11. Ridgepoint is on top, looking to close it out, or close out this first game anyway, right here, right now. Arissa fires, sends it way back deep. Elkins bumps it up. Here they come on the attack. Aladatimi off fingertips at the net. Mwanga Tutia setting up Carrington Cook, who spikes with her feet on the floor, and it's off the forearms of Samaj Cox of Elkins. Out of bounds, point to the Panthers. They win game one by a score of 25-11. We will take a break and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Longmeadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
There is nothing spooky about these spectacular specials at First Tire and Automotive. Save $50 off 2 tires and $100 off 4 tires with the purchase of a premium installation package. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Cannot be combined with any other offers. And if your battery seems to be ghosting you, save 15% on AC Delco batteries. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive with 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Hey, Fort Bend County fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance Agency.
Bradley is my insurance man. He can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year on your car insurance, home insurance, or flood insurance, or all three like he did for me. And Bradley, you are as Fort Bend County as they come, right?
That's right, fourth generation here in the Needville area in Fort Bend County, taking care of folks over here for over 100 years here in Fort Bend County.
You can give him a call, you can go online, or he'll even come see you at the Needville Insurance Agency. Give him the number, Bradley.
979-793-7411.
There's a new school close to you, and it will make you a better volleyball player. It's the Volleyball School, not just in Katy now. They're open in Aliana and West Belford. Now Fort Bend volleyball players can raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and compete with the strongest club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the Volleyball School makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box, all for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New gigabit extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
Between the end of the first game and the start of the second, the Elkins Knights dance team came out, the Elkins Elites, and entertained the crowd. This is homecoming week at Elkins. Football is coming up, and we'll let you know what our lineup is. It is this. On Thursday night, it's the Marshall Buffs playing at Stafford Stadium. They're having to borrow a stadium because, of course, Hall Stadium is out of commission for the 2022 football season. So we'll have the Marshall Buffs taking on the Nederland Bulldogs in a district game. That'll start at 6:40 with a countdown to kickoff show. I should say the Equitable Advisors countdown to kickoff show. Then on Friday night from Traylor Stadium in Rosenberg, it'll be the Hightower Hurricanes taking on the George Ranch Longhorns. Hightower has only lost one district football game, and that was to Ridge Point. And then on Saturday night, actually Saturday morning, 10:40 a.m. with the Equitable Advisors countdown to kickoff show before Ridge Point and Clements. Clements coming off of a stirring win, a comeback from 10 points down in the fourth quarter. They beat Travis on the Tigers' homecoming night by a score of 20-17. Congratulations to Coach Bobby Darnell. But of course, he knows that when his Rangers take on Ridge Point, it is always a big challenge for them. The teams have now switched ends, and Elkins will try to come back down 1-0, and Kennedy Walker serves to start game 2, but it goes into the net. Folks in Fort Bend ISD had Monday off. I did not, but it's going to really bother you. By the way, Sidney Jordan almost got hit in the back of the head by a Kennedy Rogers serve. Both teams have faulted, so it's 1-1, and Elkins will begin serving again. Brianna Messino ready to let it fly. She throws it high in the air, about 12 feet up. Ava Thornquist bumps it up, and now there was a double hit on Ridge Point. The guilty party is Taylor Jory. By the way, the leading assist player for Ridge Point is Ameli Muangatutia with 542 assists on the year, and Taylor Jory is second on the team with 249. Ridge Point with great defense blocks a hard spike attempt by Elkins' Elena Wilson, and The Panthers end up getting the point, so they tie this thing up at 2-2. And as I was giving you that statistical information, the Lady Knights had scored a point, so we're all at 2-2, and Arissa Smith is going to serve for the Panthers. She spins it and lets it fly. No spin on it, goes deep to the left corner. Now Elkins with a big swing, and Hannah Lewis cannot get it down. Correction, Opie Olatatimi. Now it's over on the Ridge Point side, but it's a point to Elkins because of 4 hits on the part of the Panthers. It is 3-2, Elkins on top. They lost the first game 25-11. Ridgepoint trying to make this the 5th straight match in which they have not given up a game or a set, depending on whatever you want to call it. Now Elkins with Samaj Cox, bumping it all the way across the court, and a big swing by Elena Wilson, but is back on the Ridgepoint side. Sydney Jordan is blocked, and it's a point to the Knights. That's as good a block as you'll see. Opie Olatatimi said, in your face to the Colorado commit, Sydney Jordan. Now Samaj Cox will serve for Elkins. The Knights leading this game 4-2. No spin on the serve, a little sinker ball, drop shot over the net. Now Carrington Cook flies one hard across the court diagonally, and it's going to be a point to the Panthers. Kennedy Walker, a valiant attempt to try and keep the ball aloft. And Ridgepoint gets within 4-3. Lauren Battle will serve from the middle of the baseline and try to tie it up. Here comes her serve. Bumped up by Elkins. Now they're going to do a back set for Olatatimi. And it is a point to the Knights. They are so happy with themselves, they all fall down. By the way, Coach Lakiva Basin wearing the very stylish tie-dye shirt. Very, very nice. I don't know if she did that herself or if she bought it somewhere. All right, so now serving, it's Isabella Jawaman. I said that wrong. Isabella Jamawan. Now, Elkins trying to deal. Here's a big swing, Jasmine Hyman. She gets rejected. Now it's on the Elkins side again. And a spike attempt by Kennedy Walker is returned by Ridgepoint. Jordan with a spike that is too hot to handle. It goes off the forearms of one of the Knights, Brianna Massino, and that makes it 5-4. Knights on top of Ridgepoint. Sydney Jordan will serve. Lets it fly. Drop shot over the net. Now here comes Elkins on the attack. Lena Wilson. She sends it long, and it's a point to the Panthers. Game 2 is tied up 5-all. And Elkins setting up the defense as Sydney Jordan prepares to serve again. Here comes Jordan's serve down the far sideline. Now there's a big swing. It is Lena Wilson, cannot get it down. Now Ridgepoint on the attack again. Aaliyah Smith, great save by Elkins, but they call it a double hit on Elkins. The Knights players don't think so. They are saying that Brianna Massino double hit it, and her back was to the official in the tall chair. So if he's the one that made the call, it may not have been the best vantage point to find a double hit. Now a clean service winner, an ace by Sydney Jordan, makes it 7-5 Ridgepoint. And they've come through with a flurry of points, 3 straight. And Jordan still serving. She fires it over the net with a lot of velocity. Now there is a left-handed swing by Hyman, cannot get it down. Now Elkins trying again with a 2-hand tap by Lena Wilson, but Ridgepoint is there with the defense. And now Kennedy Rogers sends it toward the corner, but she's long with that one, and it's a point to the Knights. Elkins gets within 7-6. Lena Wilson to serve. There goes her attempt. Kind of to the middle. Thornquist bumps it up. Now there's a swing by Kennedy Rogers. He's blocked at the net, but she ends up with a one-hand tap down. Kennedy Rogers' initial spike attempt was blocked. Elkins dug it out, but they overset it slightly, and all she had to do was tap it down for the Panthers' point. and it's 8-6. Ridgepoint on top. Ava Thornquist now begins serving. Here comes her serve. Elkins setting it up. Now big swing, Messino. But Ridgepoint there with the defense. Carrington Cook goes diagonally and right to our table. It's a winner that makes it 9-6 Ridgepoint. That's their biggest lead in the second game. As far as kills, Ridgepoint's leader is Sydney Jordan with 3.7 kills per set. She has 351 total for the season to lead the team. Kennedy Rogers averaging 2.5 kills per set and Carrington Cook 2.1. Ridgepoint is on a roll. They have scored 5 of the last 6 points. They lead at 10-6. We have a timeout by Elkins and will return on VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, Fort Bend County fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance Agency.
Bradley is my insurance man. He can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year on your car insurance, home insurance, or flood insurance, or all three like he did for me. And Bradley, you are as Fort Bend County as they come, right?
That's right, 4th generation here in the Needville area in Fort Bend County, taking care of folks over here for over 100 years here in Fort Bend County.
You can give him a call, you can go online, or he'll even come see you at the Needville Insurance Agency. Give him the number, Bradley.
979-793-7411.
Back inside the gym at Elkins, 10-6 Ridgepoint leads game 2 of this best-of-5 volleyball match against the Elkins Knights. Ridgepoint won the first game 25-11, and they will continue serving with Ava Thornquist at the far end. She's wearing the white libero jersey, and she fires it. No spin, gets it over. Now Elkins with a little tap finesse by Amari Newton, but it's brought back by Ridgepoint. Now it's on the Elkins side, and Samaj Cox high up in the air gets it to Hyman, who sends it to the left corner. Ridgepoint responds. Aaliyah Smith down the right sideline and scores with a big spike. It's 11-6. Ridgepoint makes a substitution, I believe. I think Lauren Battle just came in. Thornquist continues serving. Here comes her serve, sends it deep to the middle. Samaj Cogs bumps it, and now a quick set, and it's a winner by Isabella Jomawan. Good thinking. Ridgepoint just moved their taller defenders right up to the net, and the ones who are better at setting than spiking were farther away and close to the baseline. So it's 11-7. And now Amari Newton to serve. She spins it. She keeps her feet on the floor as she throws a top spin serve. And now Kennedy Rogers off of fingertips at the net, and an almost clean winner for Ridgepoint makes it 12-7. And now serving for Ridgepoint is Taylor Jory. She's a right-hander, lets it fly, sends it deep to Samaj Cox. Now it's a cross-court set, and Messino cannot get one down. Ridgepoint attacking, and Carrington Cook is blocked at the net, but it's a point to the Panthers because of a lift on Elkins. And Coach Basin doesn't like the call. She's talking to the official who officiates from the floor. So one of their players, by the body language, was saying, hey, I did a chicken wing, hit it with a chicken wing. You know, when you bend your elbow and just do anything to keep the ball airborne. And now the officials are looking at each other, and it's still a Panthers point. 13-7. Now another one by Jory, another serve that is. And now there is Hyman, who tries to fire away down the right sideline, but Ridgepoint is there with the defense. Now Kennedy Rogers bumps it over without her feet leaving the floor. Now set up by Jory. Now Thornquist. Now Rogers. And she gets it down in the middle of the baseline. Panthers score to make it 14-7. Taylor Jory ready to serve again. Ridgepoint has really opened up a lead here. Now there's a swing by Jasmine Hyman, but Ridgepoint is there with the defense. Thornquist, now Carrington Cook goes cross court. She gets blocked at the net, but it crawls over the top and falls on the Elkins side. Point to the Panthers makes it 15-7. Timeout taken by Elkins. We'll take it with them. VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New gigabit extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
Back to Tuesday night volleyball on VypeFortBend.com, presented by the Volleyball School and Taylor Jory of Ridgepoint. Serving again, 15-7 is the Panther lead. Here comes her serve, and Elkins returns it. Cox, now a sideways set, and a tap-over try by Mackenzie Williams, but Ridgepoint is there with the defense, and Arissa Smith didn't hit that one very hard, but she did hit it over the block in the middle of the net, and it makes it 16-7. It'll be football on Saturday morning, 11 a.m. kickoff, 10:40 a.m. Equitable Advisors countdown to kickoff show. Ridgepoint taking on Clements. Elkins receiving serve, and now a little back set. Jasmine Hyman sends it deep. Jordan bumps it up for Ridgepoint. Now there's Kennedy Rogers off fingertips at the net, and it flies past the bait line for another Panther point. It is 17-7, and we had this score during game 1. Back beyond the baseline, Taylor Jory has been serving a long time. Gets it over the net. Samaj Cox digs it out. And there is a try by Mackenzie Williams. She almost gets it over for Elkins, but the point ends up going to the Panthers. The Panthers actually blocked it and sent it back over to the Elkins side. And they did a dig, but they didn't keep it on their side of the net. It flew out of bounds. It's 18-7 to Ridgepoint. Now Elkins is receiving and trying to get something done. Jasmine Hyman had to go beyond the sideline just to bounce it back over her head. And now Carrington Cook flies it, but she hits it out beyond the baseline. And there is a point for Elkins. That ends a 7-point drought. And now there is another matter that is a dispute between Coach Lakiva Basin and the officials. Samaj Cox is the player for Elkins that is the mediator between the head coach and the referee in the tall chair, the head referee or the head official. But it is 19-7 to Ridgepoint, and Elkins continues. Now Samaj Cox bumps it over for the Knights. Thornquist sets it up for Ridgepoint, and there is Arissa Smith with a clean winner as she started from the middle of the net and went to the deep right corner, got it in. It's 20-7. Ridgepoint's going to make a substitution as Kennedy Rogers goes to the bench. And coming off the bench, it's Adasia Peterson. And Taylor Jory's service continues. She pounds the ball, gets the signal from Coach Lauren Bailey and lets it fly with topspin. And Samaj Cox had a line drive set that kind of went 45 degrees to the right. And Elkins unable to return it. It's 21-7. The margin by which Ridgepoint won the first game, 14 points, is their advantage. They won the first game 25-11. Jory sends it over. Now Elkins with Jasmine Hyman sends it deep to the middle. Jordan, now it's a big swing, and it's a point to Elkins. And I think it was just a matter of hitting it out. Adasia Peterson had a big swing at that one. And it's unsuccessful for Ridgepoint, but that ends the run of 9 points. 21-8, they lead it. Thornquist is going to set one up, and Ridgepoint gets the clean winner as Arissa Smith fires away, and down it goes within the boundary, 22-8. Kennedy Rogers now ready. She is going to start serving with her team up by 14, 22-8. Throws it high in the air. Top spin, Samaj Cox saves it. Now there is Williams with a swing for Elkins and a whistle. And it's a point to Elkins because I think it was Arissa Smith who maybe put a foot under the net. That's what happened. Mackenzie Williams will now serve for Elkins with her team trailing 22-9. Slaps the ball, now gets the serve airborne. A lot of hot sauce on that one, but Ridgepoint is going to return. Sydney Jordan off fingertips at the net, and Elkins just gets it over on their 3 hits. Now Thornquist setting up Carrington Cook, and that's a winner. Diagonal and off of the forearms of Kennedy Walker. Point to the Panthers, they lead 23-9. Anybody who is aware of what the Astros did in Game 1 against the Seattle Mariners has to be happy with that. Arissa Smith spins it, and here comes her serve. 2 points away from getting Game 2. Samaj Cox sets it up. Big swing, Lena Wilson, but Ridgepoint is there with the defense. Back over her head is Jory. Now a big swing by Elkins. A lot of teaming, and Ridgepoint is going to return it. Now a setup, big swing, a lot of teaming, and it's down for a clean winner. 23-10, Elkins gets within 13. Correction, that was Lena Wilson with the winner there. And Samaj Cox in the yellow libero jersey waiting for the ball. She will serve. Taking her time and letting it fly. There it goes. Just over the net. Nice diving save by Carrington Cook. Sydney Jordan gets the winner. It ticked the top of the tape. It went through the block and down. 24-10, Ridgepoint leads, and they are 1 point away from capturing the second game. And they send in a player, I believe, who has not been in. That's Khalees Alexander. And also new into the match, Savannah Skaken serves on match point, or game point rather. And it's a point to the Panthers as Lena Wilson fires one wide beyond the left sideline. 25-10 is the score in Game 2, and we'll be back with Game 3 right after this on VypeFortBend.com.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Long Meadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
There is nothing spooky about these spectacular specials at First Tire and Automotive. Save $50 off 2 tires and $100 off 4 tires with the purchase of a premium installation package. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Cannot be combined with any other offers. And if your battery seems to be ghosting you, save 15% on AC Delco batteries. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive with 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
There's a new school close to you, and it will make you a better volleyball player. It's the Volleyball School, not just in Katy now. They're open in Aliana and West Belford. Now Fort Bend volleyball players can raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and compete with the strongest club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the Volleyball School makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hey, Fort Bend County fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance Agency.
Bradley is my insurance man. He can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year on your car insurance, home insurance, or flood insurance, or all three like he did for me. And Bradley, you are as Fort Bend County as they come, right?
That's right, fourth generation here in the Needville area in Fort Bend County, taking care of folks over here for over 100 years here in Fort Bend County.
You can give him a call, you can go online, or he'll even come see you at the Needville Insurance Agency. Give him the number, Bradley.
979-793-7411.
Bridgepoint trying to make it 9 straight wins and 5 straight matches in which they have not surrendered a game. And they'll go out there and try to make it a clean sweep. Starting off for Ridgepoint in this game 3. Let's see, they have some players out there who have not played most of the match. Khalees Alexander, Savannah Skaken, Cameron Coleman, Sydney Jordan, Arissa Smith, and Kennedy Rogers. But Ava Thornquist comes in and replaces Cameron Coleman just to begin this third game. Ridgepoint's been great with the digs. It's just been very difficult for Elkins to get a clean spike winner down. The average for digs in a set, Sydney Jordan leads the team in that category with 3.4. Josie Condry, who's not playing tonight, gets 2.8 digs per set or per game. And Ava Thornquist averaging 2.6. And it is Skaken who serves for Ridgepoint to start game 3. And an overset by Elkins and a two-hand tap down by Arissa Smith does the trick for the first point. Savannah Skaken slapping at the ball and ready to fire. She throws it way up in the air, sends it deep to the baseline, and it's a clean spike, a clean ace winner. I know I'm not using the right jargon. It's a clean ace, untouched. It had that sinking action. All right, 2-0 Ridgepoint. Skaken ready to fire again. There it goes. Sends it deep. Now the Knights bump it up. And a big attack and swinging and hitting it into the net is Opie Alatatimi. 3-0, Ridgepoint on top. Skaken ready to serve again. Again, the high toss. A lot of top spin. Williams digs it out near the baseline. And now a swing, and Ridgepoint keeps it alive on the spike attempt by Elena Wilson. Now it's on the Elkins side again. They attack. Elena Wilson again. And she fires it wide. Point to the Panthers. It is 4-0. Savannah Skaken ready to serve again. Up high into the air, almost hits the rafters. No, I'm kind of exaggerating. Now it's a lift. A lift on Elkins, and that means it is 5-0 Ridgepoint. And Savannah Skaken pitching a perfect game to this point. Again, high into the air, deep to the middle. Samaj Scott bumps it up. Samaj Cox, rather. And there is the end of the perfect game. A winner, a little tap down, a little finesse by Lena Wilson of the Knights. Gets her team within 5-1. And Wilson will serve from the middle of the baseline. There it goes. Little screwball action, and now Arissa Smith bumps it over with a running one-hander. Elkins handles it. Now it's on the Ridgepoint side again. Arissa Smith hits the top of the net, Elkins handles, and now a block by Arissa Smith denies Opie Alaratimi, and it is 6-1, Ridge Point on top. And you can tell the sub-varsity players have been practicing their cheers. Kennedy Rogers throws it high up in the air, but she hits it into the net. And Skaken, who is the very best, at least tonight, of those throw it high in the air kind of serves, turns around and says to Arissa, "It's all right." Well, of course it is. And now the serve by Amari Newton of Elkins. The Knights trail 6-2, trying to fight off a sweep. Thornquist sets it up. Now there is a swing. Khalees Alexander cannot get it down, and now Elkins tries. And did that go off Ridge Point fingertips? No, it simply went out of bounds on the right sideline on the swing by Opie Alatatimi. 7-2 Ridge Point on top. Thornquist goes to the bench. Cameron Coleman came in for her. Now Arissa Smith serves. No spin whatsoever, goes deep. Now the big swing by Williams of Elkins, and she fires it wide from the left side of the court all the way to the right. 8-2 Ridge Point on top. It's getting kind of cold here in the gym, and Lauren Bailey was very wise to wear her white Panthers volleyball windbreaker. Arissa Smith serves. It is 8-2 Ridge Point on top. There's a spike attempt by Alatatimi. She cannot get it down. Sydney Jordan is blocked, and it's a point to Elkins. Sydney Jordan doesn't get blocked by that too often. Blocked like that too often. 8-3, Elkins down in this game 3 as they try to avert the sweep. Now there is the serve by Kennedy Walker of Elkins. Jordan gets another chance. Off fingertips at the net, and it spins down. Winner, 9-3. Taylor Jory comes in for Ridge Point, and so does Adaja Peterson. Jory is going to serve. 9-3 the score. Coach Bailey tells her where to fire, and there it goes. Ridge Point, Elkins is going to return it. Hyman sends it onto the Ridge Point side, but now Ridge Point attacking with Sydney Jordan. Great save by Cox, and a little tap over attempt by Lena Johnson doesn't work. Elkins now has it on their side again. Got to get it over with just a bump, not a spike. Now Thornquist, now Jory, now Cameron Coleman. Did she get it on the baseline? No. She fired it wide, and it's a point to the Knights. Elkins gets within 9-4. And Opie Alatatimi, no, correction, it's going to be Mackenzie Williams serving for Elkins. Jory sets up Jordan, cannot swing down on that one, and Elkins is able to return. And there is a point to the Panthers as the Elena Wilson spike attempt went outside of the red and white boundary pole that is mounted to the net. It is 10-4 Ridge Point trying to finish this one up. Sydney Jordan spins it. She fires it deep to the left corner. Williams almost double hit it, but now Elkins sends it back over with Jasmine Hyman. Now it's going to be a big attack, and Kennedy Rogers sends it to the right corner, but the Elkins Knights dig it out. Now Hyman with a winner. She fired it diagonally to the left corner. Sydney Jordan dived and got a piece of it, but that was all, and it's 10-5. Elkins gets the serve back, trailing 10-5 in game 3. If they don't capture this game 3, we'll all go home. Samaj Cox looking at her coach, Lakiva Basin. Now she fires it, dug out by Thornquist. Jory, now Rogers, and no stopping that one. And that makes all the sub-varsity players fall to the floor. It's a ritual. 11-5 is the score as Thornquist will begin serving. Here's the swing. It dives down over the net, and Cox picks it up, and now a two-hand tap by Lena Wilson. Now it's on the Ridge Point side. Now there's a big, wild, and crazy swing, and it goes out as Adaja Peterson kind of punched that ball on the bottom side, and away it went. Kind of like one of Matt Musil's tee shots. It's 11-6. Ridgepoint leading, but Elkins gets the serve back. And it's Bassino serving. Ridgepoint attacking. Jory sets up Arissa Smith. Hard swing. It gets through the block and crawls down to the floor. Point to the Panthers. They lead it 12-6. Adasia Peterson comes out. So does Taylor Jory. Digs it out for Elkins. Now the Knights attack. They go down the left sideline. Great save by Thornquist. Now it's going to be a setup, actually just a bump over by, not Thornquist, sorry, lost track. It is 12-7 as Elkins gets the point. I think I was going to tell some of you something that might kind of make you upset. I get Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. The Alief ISD with a very unusual school calendar, and we get 3 days off in the middle of October, and that'll be good. Well, for me anyway. All right, Elkins trying to send back a winner, and there's a spike attempt by Opie Alatatimi, but Jordan digs it out. Now Ridgepoint sends it back to the Elkins side. Now there's a lot of Teamy. She just has to bump it up over a block attempt. Arissa Smith is blocked at the net, but Ridgepoint keeps it off the floor. Now Jordan with a soft spike from the middle, and a lot of Teamy. She's blocked. Now Cox saves it for Elkins. Two-hand tap down by Arissa Smith. Oh, this is the best point of the match. And there's another one by Peterson. She sends it over, but now Elkins is controlling again. And a fire and a winner by Elkins. Thornquist tried to save it. But what a beautiful big swing by Mackenzie Williams. And it's 12-8. Elkins gets within 4. Now Elena Wilson serves. Jordan digs it out. Now there's a swing by Arissa Smith, and a Ridgepoint gets one back. And that point didn't take nearly as long as the one before. It's 13-8 Panthers. 12 points away from completing a sweep. Kennedy Rogers slapping at the ball. How high will she throw it? Pretty high. Top spin serve. Cox digs it out on the Elkins side, and here come the Knights attacking. Williams blocked at the net, and I don't think that would have gotten over anyway, as Adasia Peterson and Arissa Smith were waiting there, but it seemed to hit underneath the tape at the top of the net. 14-8 Ridgepoint. Kennedy Rogers ready to serve again. 20-foot toss. Oh, that was hot. Cox did pick it up, but it's a serve and volley as Arissa Smith just bangs it down on the overset by the Knights. And the officials are asking Coach Bailey to ask her sub-varsity players to not come out as far from the stands as they celebrate those Panther points. 15-8, Kennedy Rogers keeps serving. High toss, there it goes. Hot smash, and it's good. A clean winner on the ace. 16-8. And a timeout taken by Elkins. As far as aces, 52 on the season by Ameli Muagatutia. That leads the team, and she gets, as we said earlier, I think, 0.6 aces per set. We'll take a quick break and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
There is nothing spooky about these spectacular specials at First Tire and Automotive. Save $50 off 2 tires and $100 off 4 tires with the purchase of a premium installation package. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Cannot be combined with any other offers. And if your battery seems to be ghosting you, save 15% on AC Delco batteries. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive with 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Kennedy Rogers will continue serving. Ridgepoint leading 16-8 and trying to finish off a sweep. Elkins taking every last second of the timeout to try and get some adjustment strategy. Rogers banging the ball, now throws it up and fires. Cox with a 2-hand tap over her head. There is a swing by Elkins, and Amari Newton cannot get the winner. Sydney Jordan just has to bump it over to the Knights attack again. Now it is a lot of, I lost track. All right, so Kennedy Rogers now setting up for Skaken, and now a wild swing by Khalees Alexander. The ball does not get over the net for Ridgepoint. Point to Elkins, and they get within 16-9. And Amari Newton will serve. Taking her time. Good thing there's not a pitch clock on her. Major League Baseball is going to have that next week, or next year. And there is the fire. Sydney Jordan bumps it up. She gets it back for the spike attempt. Williams digs it out for Elkins. Nice play. And too many hits on the Elkins side, or was it? Ridgepoint thought it was. Khalees Alexander fires it deep to the left corner, but Elkins is going to return it. They have to return it by bumping it over and a little tap down. The winner by Khalees Alexander makes it 18-9. Well, I thought it did. I guess it's just 17-9. 17-9. Arissa Smith to serve, little double dribble and lets it fly. Sends it deep to the right corner. That is Ella Pham in the match now. She digs it out, and Elkins gets a winner, winning a battle at the net. It's Opie Alatatimi. Elkins gets within 17-10, and they will serve. And that's Mia Osby. Her first action in this match. Skaken sets up Cameron Coleman. She taps it over, but Elkins does return it. Williams bumps it over for Elkins. Now it's on the Ridgepoint side. Jordan, big swing. Down inside the baseline, right in the middle. 18-10, Ridgepoint on top. Taylor Jory off the bench, goes straight to the baseline and will serve. She had a huge service run in game 2 that effectively put that one away or put it out of reach. Although in volleyball, I guess it's never really out of reach. You got to get to 25 or 15 if it's the 5th game. There's another big swing and another clean winner by Sydney Jordan of Ridgepoint to make it 19-10. Taylor Jory will let it go, let it go, let it go. As soon as she gets the ball, now she has it. Looks over at Coach Bailey. There goes the serve to the middle. Cox digs it out. Almost an overset, but a winner for Elkins as Lena Johnson gets it to go down off Ridgepoint fingertips. That gets the Knights within 19-11. And the serve privilege will go to Mackenzie Williams. Here is her serve, and it's long. Point to the Panthers. They lead 20-11. And Sydney Jordan will serve. Spins it. Her feet leave the floor as she serves. Williams bumps it up for Elkins. Now there's a swing by Hyman, but Ridgepoint is there with the defense. Jory is going to set up. And Adasia Peterson can't quite get it to go down. And there is Elkins. Almost too many hits on the Ridgepoint side. That looked like 4, but Elkins gets to attack again, and they get a winner from Elena Wilson. That brings the Knights within 20-12. But it is so difficult to string together a rally of 4, 5, 6, 7 or more points against Ridgepoint. Samaj Cox ready to fire away. Here comes her serve with topspin. Jordan digs it out. Now it is going to be Kennedy Rogers with a finesse tap. Elkins is there to stop it. And there is Ridgepoint returning a tough spike attempt that came off the fist of Lena Wilson. And there Lena Wilson fires away again, but this time it is long. And the point to the Panthers. 21-12. Ava Thornquist now goes to the baseline and she will serve. There it goes, deep to the right corner, and it's out. 21-13, Elkins gets within 8, and they will serve again. Coming off the bench and heading for the baseline to do the service honors is Kennedy Walker. She likes to serve from the right corner. Here it comes. Bumped up by Rogers. She's going to send it back to her for a spike attempt. Didn't swing hard on that one, but it got down anyway in front of Williams. Sometimes it's not the velocity, it's the direction. That direction was ideal. That makes it 22-13, Ridge Point on top. 3 points away from a sweep. Skaken now serving. She throws it high in the air. A lot of top spin. Cox digs it out. Almost hit the rafters with it. Now a big swing by Opie Alatatimi. Elkins now has another chop opportunity to attack. Skaken sets it up. Now Jordan just taps it over the top spin, but the Elkins are there with the defense. Elena Wilson cannot get it down. Now there is Khalees Alexander sends it to the middle, and Cox returns. Now Jordan digs one out on the Ridge Point side. Kennedy Rogers tries to tap it through a block and does. The winner makes it 23-13, or I thought it did. Now the scoreboard says 23-13. Skaken goes back to the baseline. There is her high toss and her swing, and it's a clean ace! Between the forearms of Cox, who is making a valiant and desperate dive. It's 24-13. One more point, and this one's over. Skaken throws it high again. There goes her serve. Crawls over the top of the tape. Elkins will be able to return it, I think. Cox from deep in the court. Now Jordan. Now Skaken. Now Arissa Smith. Winner. Match. And it's over. Ridge Point wins 25-13 in this game 3. Congratulations to the Panthers. We'll be back with some numbers and maybe, just maybe, a post-game or post-match interview on VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately, like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
There is nothing spooky about these spectacular specials at First Tire and Automotive. Save $50 off 2 tires and $100 off 4 tires with the purchase of a premium installation package. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Cannot be combined with any other offers. And if your battery seems to be ghosting you, save 15% on AC Delco batteries. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive with 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
There's a new school close to you, and it will make you a better volleyball player. It's the Volleyball School, not just in Katy now. They're open in Aliana and West Belford. Now Fort Bend volleyball players can raise their game to excel on their high school varsity and compete with the strongest club teams. It takes hard work to make most of your talent, but you already know that. Just know that the Volleyball School makes it fun. Log into thevolleyballschool.com or call 832-736-3191.
Tuesday night volleyball on VypeFortBend.com, presented by the Volleyball School, has been brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity Mobile, the best kept secret in wireless. Next Level Urgent Care, from owl to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. By the Needville Insurance Agency, they can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on your car insurance, your home insurance, your flood insurance, or all 3 like they did for me. Call Bradley Stavanaugh at 979-793-7411 or go to needvilleinsurance.com. We're also brought to you by First Tire and Automotive with 4 great Fort Bend County locations, including Katy Cinco Ranch, Greatwood, Eldridge Road in Sugar Land, and also First Colony. All right, so we want to remind you about our football coverage. On Thursday night, we've got the Marshall Buffs taking on Nederland. We start at 6:40 from Stafford Stadium for that one. Also on Friday night, we're going to be out at Traylor Stadium, home of the George Ranch Longhorns, as they take on the Hightower Hurricanes. And then on Saturday morning, starting at 10:40 a.m. with the countdown to kickoff show, it'll be Ridgepoint taking on Clements. I think Clements is going to put up a pretty good fight, but we will have it for you. It'll be our Saturday matinee broadcast on VypeFortBend.com. So thank you again for being with us. Our scores were Ridgepoint 25-11, 25-10, and 25-13. As they get the sweep over Elkins, it is the 5th straight sweep for Ridgepoint and their 10th straight win overall and their 18th out of their last 19. They're absolutely killing it. They are 13-0 in their district games. For everybody on the Vype team, for Les Clary, Merle Bertrand, Suna Venkat, Patrick Kennick, Bob McKay, and all the gang, God bless and thank you for being with us. Good night from Mo City. This is VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports.